If you think that radio has gotten boring, you haven't heard the show hosted by my next guests. Instead of Barry Manilow and Olivia Newton-John, you'll hear the likes of Weird Al Yankovic and Ogden Edsel singing songs like Another One Rides the Bus or Dead Puppies. That's my favorite. His show is syndicated throughout the country, and it's safe to say that there's nothing else like it on the air. Although his mother still calls him by his real name, Barry Hansen, listeners know him as Dr. Demento. How are you, Doctor?
Just fine. Glad to be back.
You've got some things in your lap that I'm fascinated by.
Yes,
They
some
look
picture
like
records, the kind that play even better on television than on the radio.
They have to be worth a fortune.
Well, they've become quite popular as decorator items in recent years. These are Vogue picture records from the 1940s. A nice picture of a lady listening to a phonograph, and it kind of goes into infinity because there's a picture of this record right on the record itself. There's a picture of the same record. As a railroad buff,
Larry Infinity.
Yes.
That record's
Shep
still going
Fields, you
on,
probably remember.
Shep Fields, of course, Rippling Rhythm.
Yes.
See?
That's my uncle. That's my uncle.
Oh, come on. This is your mother-in-law, that's your uncle.
I'm related to a lot of people. Yes, I could have been a Catholic.
My uncle, he was my brother-in-law.
I even got a few of your records.
Yes.
Not to mention his.
My husband, Freddie, was Shep Fields and his Rippling Rhythms brother.
And I was a Rippling nephew.
Welcome to This Is Your Life. I feel like Ralph Edwards. Well, tell me.
Obviously a country item here, a country western item. And,
Who is that?
This is the Down Homers.
Oh, yes.
A little note, but the picture's nice.
Yeah.
Were they gay? Or is that Down Homers? I'm sorry.
Well, they might have been.
Not homos, homers. Homers.
Here's a little cheesecake to keep the...
Oh, yeah. It looks like legs to me.
Well, you are getting on in years.
Was a promotional item for a certain brand of whiskey. I got this on a recent trip to England. And this is one of the prizes. I just got this one. This is one of the earliest picture records featuring the great family of Whiteman. And this one was made in the very early 1930s.
How many have you in your collection? How many
about
records?
150,000.
And where do you find them?
In his closet.
All over the place.
Do people write you and tell you they have them?
Yes, indeed. Quite a lot. And I've been haunting Salvation Armies and Goodwills and St. Vincent de Paul's.
Now, you're heard all across the country.
Yes.
Hundreds of stations?
Yeah, it's over 100.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Not as many stations as there are records.
No, not
you
quite.
get 150,000.
But it's a nice average anyway, David. Then I'm syndicated by Westwood One all over the country.
It's wonderful.
In Canada and Australia and Guam.
Why do you call yourself Dr. Demento?
Well, the name the name was kind of applied to me through a chance remark of the secretary of the first station that I worked at, the one that David worked at too.
WPC-FM.
She came walking into the studio as I was playing Transfusion by Nervous Norvis, which is a wonderfully gory song about an auto accident, and she said, she kind of wrinkled her nose and said, "You gotta be demented to play that beep." And that phrase kind of stuck, and I became Dr. Demento.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Dr. Beepmento.
What's the most valuable record you own?
It's probably a blues record by Charlie Patton, blues singer from Mississippi. And those records didn't sell too well in the middle of the Depression. But, in dollar figures, that would be it. But in terms of the things that are most valuable to me, it would probably be PICO and Sepulveda, because on the very first show that I ever did on the station that David and I worked at together, I played that record and the phones lit up, so to speak, and because of that I was asked back to do it again the next week and the week after and the week after. So PICO and Sepulveda by Felix Figueroa was my first hit. So Felix, if you're out there, thank you.
Doctor, I never told you this, but the first place I lived when I came out to California was PICO and Sepulveda. So when I heard this, I really thought...
They tore your place down to build the Scotch and Sirloin? Or,
yeah, it's a terrible neighborhood.
There's going to be a special evening happening called Dementia here in Southern California. Saturday night?
Yes, Saturday night.
What's it called?
An evening of dementia. This will be my radio show translated live on stage for you with some wonderful guests, including this man. His name is Benny Bell. And he is a Borscht Belt entertainer. He's been around for more than 50 years. He looks even better today. He's 77.
Good night.
And Shaving Cream was one of the biggest hits that I ever had on my show when I rediscovered his 1947 record of it. In 74, it became the second oldest record ever to make the Billboard charts. And so he sounds better than ever, and he'll be back to sing that one. He had his first hit back in 1930, a number called Sweet Violets.
And where will all this be happening?
at Rissmiller's, which is in beautiful downtown Reseda in the famous San Fernando Valley, formerly the Country Club. They just changed the name of it.
Oh, yes.
They haven't changed the name of the San Fernando Valley, to make that clear.
They wouldn't dare since
An
Frank
evening
Zappa
of
made up that
dementia,
song.
huh?
Yes.
When will this all start?
This will be about 9 o'clock Saturday evening, and we'll have some wonderful films, too. We'll have a film featuring the Three Stooges.
Oh, that's what.
Yes,
Would you
so-
be broadcasting at the same time?
No, this will be strictly live entertainment.
You ever play any of my songs when I was
Yes,
with the Cake
yes, I do. Yeah,
Do you?
Old Buttermilk Sky. Whoop-doodle-doo.
Yeah, that's
Wonderful
right.
song,
That's
yeah.
exactly the way it starts.
Right.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do.
And he's got some of your songs too, Polly.
Well, you
He's got-
tap your
I'm not
feet
sure
when
I'm
you
real
hear those
thrilled
records.
about this.
We're out of time, and Polly's thrilled about this. Dr.
And I got my new record, too. Gotta show you my new record. We didn't quite get to my own picture disc, but
Yeah, take this
I've got a
out
new
there.
album called Demento's Mementos, featuring the song you heard a little bit of at the
Demento's
beginning.
Mementos?
Yes, right.
I love it.
Wonderful.
Featuring a lot of the big hits from my show, and we have this special promotional picture disc.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
tomorrow's guests, former White House presidential aide Hamilton Jordan, Sally Struthers, comedian Kip Adada, and stargazer Joyce Gilson. Good night. Good night. Good night.
78. I always eat my plate.